zich het snelst aan aan deze omstandigheden.
Hoe iedereen hier staat en hoe we dit allemaal gedaan hebben, is echt bizar.
Oh, dat was tof inderdaad.
Hey Jort, how are you doing?
Good morning. Yeah, I'm fine.
Where are we?
We are currently in Delft in our workplace, sitting beside the Nuna 11S solar car. This is the newest solar car that participated in the Sasol Solar Challenge in 2022, and it actually won the race. And currently we're building the newest car, Nuna 12, for the Bridgestone World Solar Challenge in Australia. It will be a race of approximately 3,000 kilometers from the north to the south of Australia, and yeah, we used your cloud computing services to optimize our aerodynamic design a couple of months ago.
Using sustainable cloud for making a sustainable car.
Indeed, yeah.
For a sustainable race. That's a really cool concept. So this isn't the new car.
No, this one. So how we work is we build a new car once every 2 years for the race in Australia. It's only held biannually, and the year that there's no race in Australia, we often go to the Sasol Solar Challenge, and in the team that goes to South Africa optimizes the car from the year before. So this is the optimized car. It was built in 2021 for the, well, then they thought they would go to the World Solar Challenge, but it got cancelled due to COVID. Yeah. They then went to a race in Morocco, and then the year after they optimized this car for the race in South Africa, where they won.
And a car that's optimized using the CFD that we provided, or the computation we provided to you. Where are you building it now?
We're currently building it in Zwolle. So we finished the design process, or at least the aerodynamic design process around February, and from then on we started preparing for the building, the production of our car in Zwolle. Nice. And 6 team members are living and working there full time to make sure that it's ready on time.
So you're building it with only 6 people?
Yeah, well actually 8, but 6 team members for our team, and we've got 2 external students from Zwolle who are helping us. And there are 6 team members there, but for example already today one of us from Delft is helping them out in Zwolle. So we still try to help each other out that way.
We actually have a shared background there because I built a solar boat in Zwolle as well. So shared history, that's nice. So you used Leafcloud to run fluid dynamics.
Yes, indeed.
Can you explain what fluid dynamics are?
Yeah, so fluid dynamics, it describes the motion of fluids. So and in our case, the most important one is air. And you use computational fluid dynamics, CFDs in short, to approximate the airflow around, in our case, a solar car. And with that, we can optimize the design. And by using your cloud computing services, we were able to run many more CFDs than we were able to just on our computers in this workplace. And by doing so, we were able to optimize the design of our solar car.
Nice. And that was the first time you used cloud, as far as I understood?
Well, we have used cloud computing in the past. Previous teams have, but those were never really sustainable. And we first met on an event, the World Summit AI, and we saw a lot of similarities in our vision on sustainability. And I remember driving back with a colleague, and we both said to each other, like, we really think this is a very cool company and their vision is really great, because I never really thought of how data centers could become more sustainable.
It's a different angle we have.
Same
thing with, of course, a solar car. These days, a little bit more known as an idea, but basically in the past it was a dream, and it sort of still is in a way. But it was the first time using cloud for you as a person, right?
Yeah, it was the first time I used cloud computing, first time in my life. So in the beginning I needed a bit of time to start it up and to learn, but your service was great.
Nice.
I could always reach out to you, and you would always be very helpful.
Yeah.
I remember in the last phase of our design, the last couple of weeks, I think the last couple of days maybe even, that we wanted to do even more CFDs, and you allowed us to do so.
Yep.
That was really great.
Yeah, I said internally, I could wish all customers did
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
asking for more resources every single day. I mean, we'd be millionaires right now.
But it is indeed the first time that that our team has used sustainable cloud computing.
And what kind of optimization were you able to reach using CFD? Compared to what it was before, do you have like a percentage of how much gain you had in improving the car?
So compared to this car that we're beside, that has more or less the same regulations as the race in Australia in 2023 will have, we've been able to reduce the aerodynamic drag by a couple of percentages, which is, if you count that up, it might seem small, but if you count that up over a whole race of approximately 30-35 hours, that really adds up to make a difference between winning or losing.
And is that minutes, or is that like 30 minutes? Well, if I had any idea what it is at the end of the line?
I think I can't.
You can't disclose that.
I can't,
that's good. That's good. We're hitting the touchy subjects. And in terms of CFD use on university, and maybe in the business world itself, do you know how many CFDs are being run worldwide? Do you have any idea of the scale of compute that's being used for this?
Well, I wouldn't know the exact numbers, but there are vast amounts of these CFDs run. So, for example, you can think of Formula 1 cars, Formula 1 teams. They run massive amounts of CFD computations. Actually, a couple of old team members went or did internships at Formula 1 teams, and the amount of CFDs that they run is really amazing. But not only Formula 1 teams, also normal consumer car brands, the aerospace industry, and probably a lot more industries that I'm not aware of. So they all of course use a lot of computing power, and that is quite a burden to the environment added up. One CFD probably doesn't make much of a difference, but all added up does. If that could all become more sustainable, then that would be fantastic.
Yeah, that's our vision too. It's probably significant countries of energy use used for CFDs worldwide. If you look at it globally, it's about 4% of all electricity goes to data centers. So I definitely think it's a big part of it.
Yeah, and it's also not only CFD being run, but that's what we use your service for. But there are many more opportunities, data storage, for example.
Yeah, that's one of the main things that makes CFDs interesting to us as a company is that what we do is taking servers out of data centers, and cooling servers in a data center is a very expensive hobby. I mean, you need to cool it, and especially high computational servers use a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So the more energy you need to cool, the more it costs. So we can cut that by a lot more than for doing general stuff like storage and just hosting a few websites. So the impact there for us is bigger, and it's also bigger on the environment. So both on the cloud cost and the environment would be bigger. So you were able to optimize your aerodynamics using CFD on our cloud. Can you tell us or give us a glimpse of how much you were able to optimize in this car?
Yeah, so compared to previous teams, we've been able to use approximately 2 times the amount of computing power, so twice more CFDs, and that really enables us to build an even faster and more aerodynamic solar car.
And how fast does this thing go?
Top speed around 130 kilometers an hour, but we can drive 90 kilometers an hour energy neutral. So by only the energy that we receive from the solar panels, we can drive 90 kilometers an hour without using energy from the battery.
So that would be like at noon during the day, you can
yeah,
drive 90,
yeah.
and then if you're going above that, you're basically draining your battery, so you have to slow down.
Yeah, indeed,
That makes sense. That's a really cool concept. Well, we're really glad to have you aboard as pioneers of sustainable cloud use as well as a really sustainable car. So thank you so much for using our cloud.
Thank you for supporting us. We saw, or we still see, a lot of similarities regarding our vision on sustainability and innovation. So we're really happy to have you on board.
That's nice. Awesome. Thanks, man.
Thank you.